Morning, everyone. This is Kate Lambert-Lee with MWR Battle Creek, and welcome to our Leisure Travel Showcase, Universal Orlando Resort. I want to introduce our speaker. Many of you know Stephen already. Stephen Gales is our business manager with DLA's MWR office in Battle Creek, and he has been in that position for 12 years. He's been with DLA over 20 years, 19 of those with MWR. He's worked with leisure travel for the past 13 years and has been a CLIA certified cruise counselor for 11 years. In 2015, Stephen won DLA's MWR Facility and Program Excellent Award. He holds a BA in Tourism and Travel from Western Michigan University. He enjoys traveling, cruising, and watching movies. And if you're not aware, though, we are really fortunate and at the Federal Center to have Stephen. We did over $1 million in travel sales last year, which is huge. And I always have the ability to ask him questions on any type of travel, and he's able to give me the information I need. But welcome, Stephen. I think we're really excited to hear more about Universal Orlando, and thank you everybody for joining us.
Thank you, Kate. And again, thank you everyone for joining us for this presentation. We know there's a lot of weather and stuff that's happening right now. So if you're able to hop on, we appreciate you guys doing that. And if you have any questions at any point, feel free to ask in the chat box there. And we may be able to open up the mics later on for a question and answer at the end. Or if you are on the phone line as well, again, just wait for us to be able to open up that line of communication. So yes, today we are going to be featuring the Universal Orlando Resort, one of our top destinations in the US and in the state of Florida. And it is becoming a much more popular destination for our military families and our DoD employees as the Universal Resort expands and has a lot more offerings for their customers. All right, we're going to start with talking about the main parks at Universal Orlando Resort. There are 3 parks to choose from. The first park, Universal Studios Florida, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay, which is their newest park. It is a water park that is right on property at Universal. And then they also have another feature called City Walk with lots of restaurants and other attractions and features like bars and different adult attractions that they can visit that is included with the ticket. There are cover charges for some of those, but we'll feature that a little bit later on. We're going to start here with Universal Studios Florida, and these are some of the main attractions that are featured here. One of the most popular and one of the biggest reasons people visit Universal Studios is the Harry Potter and Escape from Green Gods, which is featured in Diagon Alley. And that was added to the park in 2015. Another newer ride is the Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon, a popular ride that basically takes you through the streets of New York and features Jimmy Fallon throughout the ride. And it's kind of a really cool setup. That it's built to look just like 30 Rock. And so if you've ever been to the Rockefeller Center and all of that, it'll be familiar to you. Another feature is Men in Black Alien Attack, which is one of my favorite rides. Definitely one to check out towards the back of the park. And it is an interactive ride where you get to shoot aliens with your laser beams and rack up points, and you do compete against the other people in your cart, as well as another team of riders in another cart, and everyone has the ability to shoot all of the aliens as you're going through that ride. Lots of fun. The Simpsons ride is a cool ride as well. You're in like a roller coaster type cart, but it is all virtual, so you aren't actually in a roller coaster. It just gives you the appearance and the feel of being in a roller coaster. And it is a 3D adventure, actually 4D, because it does have splashes of water and different scents and stuff that they put into the air, and really cool features for that ride. E.T. Adventure is featured at Universal Studios. Despicable Me Minion Mayhem, which is one of the newer rides as well. It is more of like a theater style. You do get like buckled in, but you are sitting more so in a theater style with a 3D screen in front of you. But it does move and jerk quite a bit, so it is a moving ride. It's not just a stationary seat. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, awesome roller coaster that you get to choose what music you want to listen to as you ride that ride, which is kind of a cool feature, makes it a little more personalized. Transformers, the ride 3D, another virtual type of ride. And many of these virtual type rides came from the Spider-Man ride, which was featured in the late 90s, and is featured in the other park, Islands of Adventure, we'll be talking about soon. Fast and the Furious Supercharged is also a newer attraction at Universal Studios Florida, and the Bourne Spectacular is one of I believe the newest ride type or attraction at Universal Studios Florida. All right, Islands of Adventure is the other major amusement park at the Universal Orlando Resort. It has been voted the #1 theme park in the world 6 of the last 7 years. The only year that it missed was 2020, and Magic Kingdom was voted the top theme park, and that is based on TripAdvisor's customer survey. Wizarding World of Harry Potter is the main feature, most #1 attraction inside of Islands of Adventure. It changed the game when it opened in 2012 at the Islands of Adventure Park. And its main featured ride is Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. Down below, you'll see Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. That's one of the newest features in that section of the park, and definitely 2 of the most popular rides to ride at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Jurassic Park River Adventure is featured in this park. There is a section of Jurassic Park at this, and there's talk of them possibly changing that ride around. They did that in their Hollywood park, so we'll see if that's going to happen here in the future. Hogwarts Express is the train ride that goes between the 2 parks, and it connects Diagon Alley to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So we will talk about the park to park option that you will need for your ticket to be able to ride that ride. But it is a really cool virtual experience. You do get on what looks like a train, but inside the train, it has a virtual world that takes you on your adventure between the 2 destinations. The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, as I mentioned, is what started the amazing virtual ride. You're on like a track, or like I said, in a theater where there's a lot of moving, and moving, jerking. It'll make you feel as though you may be flying into the sky, or falling from a building or something like that. But there will be some extreme elements to a lot of those rides, but really it's just a cool technology that they developed to be able to not have like actual like roller coaster type tracks, but they're inside buildings, and condenses the space, but have that extreme ride feel. The Incredible Hulk roller coaster is featured in the comic book area of the park. The Cat in the Hat is part of the Dr. Seuss world at Islands of Adventure, which is very kid friendly, along with Dudley Do Ride's Ripsaw Falls. There's a few different sections of this park that do have kid friendly stuff, and there's kid friendly stuff in the Universal side as well. Skull Island Reign of the Kong, one of my favorite rides in this park, is featured here as well. And Jurassic Park River Adventure, oh, it's on their choice. Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure, as I mentioned, one of the top newest rides at all of Universal Resort. All right, so the third park, Volcano Bay, amazing water park that they opened in 2017. And they have over 19 rides and attractions. Some of them may be under refurbishment currently. It is during the winter, so a lot of times they will do refurbishments because the parks are a little bit slower during that period due to the weather. So there may be some of those things that are under refurbishment currently, but they do have lots of amazing attractions here. They have Te Awa, the Fearless River, Ono of Ono, and Ono Drop Slides, Krakatau Aqua Coaster, Waturi Beach, Hanu of the Hanu Ika Moana, and Puka Uli Lagoon, and Punga Racers. Now, one of the really cool features of Volcano Bay is they've advanced the technology here quite a bit, and so they do not have queue lines for the rides like you would have in the other parks. They give you a watch called Tapu Tapu, and when you go into the park, that watch is free. You do have to return it afterward, but it will basically give you access to all of the rides. And what you do is you can go to a ride and scan your watch, and it'll tell you what time you can come back and ride that ride. So that way you can just go to another attraction if there's not a wait. You can just go get on the ride, obviously, if there's not a wait. But if there is a wait, it'll tell you what time to come back. So you can go, lounge by one of the pools, or go swimming in one of the pools, or do the wave pool, or just they have cabanas that you can rent, different things like that. It gives you a more relaxing atmosphere. Don't feel like you have to just spend your day waiting in line for rides. And so lots of cool technology there. They will also use your watch as ability to pay for stuff while you're in the park. So if you want to purchase food or souvenirs, if you forgot sunscreen or something like that, you can use your watch, attach your account, your Universal account and credit card to that, and it'll automatically pay it. So that way you don't have to worry about trying to carry cash or credit cards around while you're in a water park and possibly losing that stuff. So lots of cool technological advances at this park, and definitely one to check out, especially if you're there in the summer when it gets really hot in Central Florida. One of the newest features at Universal's Islands of Adventure is the Velocicoaster. This is featured in the Jurassic Park area of that park, and it's gotten rave reviews since it's opened in June of 2021. So it is the newest feature at the Universal Orlando Resort, and definitely something to check out if you visit the Islands of Adventure Park. One of the other newer attractions here is the Strike a Pose and Dance with Your Favorite DreamWorks Characters. So they have like a stage, and it's kind of an ability with social media to kind of take pictures and pose with your favorite characters and take some video. So one of the other cool things that's very kid and family friendly here at Universal Orlando. Coming in the future, hopefully the near future, is their new park, Epic Universe. There are still talks of this park taking shape. It has obviously been a little bit put on hold due to COVID, but hopefully in the next few years we will see some more development on this park that they will be opening up, and we will get um, that new experience at the Universal Orlando Resort. I do have a question here. Is the watch similar to the Disney Magic Band? Yes, I would say it is similar. If you've experienced the Disney Magic Band, that watch will be similar to that experience. And we have to say farewell to a couple attractions at the Universal Orlando Resort. The Shrek 4D ride has been closed permanently, as well as the Fear Factor show at the Universal side of the park, Universal Studios, Florida. So look for new exciting possible attractions to be coming into these locations. They're always developing new stuff. The Fear Factor is kind of towards the back of the park near the Men in Black, as well as near Diagon Alley. So there is obviously some possible expansion there for Diagon Alley, or even a completely new, different themed section of the park. So it'll be interesting to see what type of stuff they may develop for that. All right, so since I talked about the parks, I'm going to kind of go over what tickets we have available. Our military promotional ticket for this year is an amazing value. If you went last year, they extended it into this year, so they offer the same thing they did last year. It is called a Military Freedom Pass, and they have a 2-park and a 3-park option. The Freedom Pass is an unlimited admission to the parks through December 31st of 2022. This promotion started November 11th of 2021. So if you were able to get into the promotion early, you can have basically an unlimited ticket for over an entire year. And the 2-park Freedom Pass for adults is $200, and adults is anyone ages 10 and over, and children ages 3 to 9 are $195. The 3-park option includes the Volcano Bay Water Park, and that is $235 for adults and $230 for children. These tickets are available to active and retired military, 100% disabled, veterans, as well as DoD employees. So those are the 4 options that you basically have to be able to qualify for this ticket: active, retired, 100% disabled veterans, and DoD employees. If you are a military member that is active or retired and has a spouse, the spouse can also purchase up to 6 tickets. So if they have a spouse ID, a dependent spouse ID, Universal does allow the military member and their spouse to each purchase up to 6. Retired military will have a spouse ID option, as well as 100% disabled. So any of those 3 categories will have the ability to purchase up to 6. The question is that per day? No, the price is $200 for the entire promotional period. So it's $200 to go to the parks unlimited for the rest of the year. So an amazing value. If you went online to purchase a ticket, especially during spring break or during any time of the year, most one-day tickets with the park-to-park option are over $200 just for one day. Our regular one-day park-to-park price currently is $166. So if you're going to Florida and don't have the ability to go for more than one day, our one-day ticket price with park-to-park option, so that you can ride the ride and be able to see both parks, ride the Hogwarts Express to go between the two, is $166. So as you can see, for $34 more, you can have a ticket that is unlimited for the rest of the year. You can also purchase that ticket for family and friends. So if you are a military member that has the ability to purchase 6 for yourself, and your spouse has the ability to purchase 6, you can buy up to 12 tickets for any family and friends. You have to have them, the tickets activated the first day that you go to the park. Once they're activated, your family can come later on. They do not have to visit you at the same time. And an example would be you're going to go over spring break at the end of March here or at the beginning of April. You buy 4 tickets because you have a family of 4. But later in the year, you decide, wow, we have this ticket that's good the rest of the year, and we want to go in July over the summer break. But 2 of your other family members want to join you. Unfortunately, you will not be able to add those additional 2 family members under this promotional ticket because you've already activated tickets, and they won't let you activate tickets more than once. So make sure if you're going to have people join you later in the year, or if you have other family and friends that may want to go on their own later in the year and take advantage of that offer, that you purchase your tickets and activate them before they go, and they will be good to go later in the year, even if you're not with them. So if you have questions about that, just reach out to our office. We'll explain it to you again. But that is an opportunity. They will not make any exceptions to add additional tickets later on. Our full list of universal prices is also located on our price list on our website, which we will have a link to at the end of the presentation. I have a question. Do the parks also require a reservation like Disney World to access the park on desired dates? Universal does not require reservations to their parks. However, if you are going during a popular time of the year, such as the holidays or spring break, or during any holiday, so even like the upcoming President's Day weekend, or maybe over like the 4th of July, Halloween timeframe, it can be very busy in the parks, and they do have a capacity limit. So if they do reach capacity limit, they will not let you in the park. So I am recommending that if you are going during those high peak times, that you do go into the park early. We are recommending even up to an hour or more before, just to make sure that you can get into the park that day. If the park opens at 8 a.m. and you're trying to arrive at 10 a.m., there is a possibility that you will not be able to get into the park. I think most days they open around 9 o'clock. So if it's 9 o'clock, if you can be there by 8, usually they will be able to have no problem getting into the park. Also, we just feedback from customers. If there was times over the holidays that if they were trying to get into the park, they would actually close off parking so that people weren't going in, paying for parking and not being able to get into the parks. So that'll be your first sign usually, is that they will probably close off parking if it's hitting capacity. If people leave the park throughout the day, you can go into the park later on that day. There are ways to call into Universal, or I think it also may be featured on the app to tell you whether or not there is availability to go back into the parks. So just keep an eye on that throughout the day. If you have limited time in Florida and you want to make sure you get to full use of your passes, just be aware of that and try to get there as soon as possible. One of the add-ons for the Universal tickets is Universal Express passes. These have become very popular. We get requests for them quite often for people who are purchasing tickets. And what they allow you to do, they do have one park option. So if you are only going to one park, it will be a little bit less. I will feature that on the next slide. But the most popular ones are the 2 park, because most people have that Freedom Pass or the 1-day park to park ticket, and you'll want to have the Express Pass for both parks if you're going to be going to both parks. So that's what I'm featuring here. But basically the 1 park option just means that if you're going to 1 park, it pretty much has the same rules and guidelines. So the 2 park ticket unlimited Express Pass allows you to have unlimited passes for 1 guest. And you can ride several of the attractions and rides. You can visit them and skip the line unlimited during your stay. Just the two park Universal Express Pass only allows you once per ride. So the unlimited will allow you to do it, obviously unlimited. Just the two park express will only allow you to skip each ride once. There are a few rides that are not included with this, and they're the more popular rides. So Five O's Playland in Universal Studios Florida is not included. That is I believe the child's area that it's kind of easy to get into anyway. So usually I don't believe that that's probably going to be required. There may be capacity limits in that area during COVID times, so that may be why they featured that. But so that's one of the rides that is not included. Also, the Pteranodon Flyers, Hagrid's Magical Creatures, Motorbike Adventure, and Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Those are also exempt currently. So those cannot be, you cannot use the Express Pass for those. The product is non-refundable, non-transferable, and must be used by the same person throughout the whole time that you have them purchased for. The prices are here featured on this next slide. Universal Express starts at $79 per day for the one park option, and the two park option starts at $89.99. The unlimited Express Pass starts at $109 for the one park option, or $119 per person per day for the two park option. So it is quite expensive to have the unlimited Express Pass added onto your ticket, but it will definitely give you a much more seamless and a less waiting time experience while in the park. But it does start at $89 per day for just that one ride at a time, or one ride per day, or the unlimited option starts at $109. Now, we're going to feature some of these resorts for Universal Orlando, and there will be some carryover from the Express Passes into these resorts that we will feature. And there are 8 resorts to choose from at Universal Orlando Resorts: Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort, Hard Rock Hotel, Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, Lowe's Sapphire Falls Resort, Cabana Bay Beach Resort, Universal's Aventura Hotel, Endless Summer Resort Dockside Inn and Suites, and the Endless Summer Resort Surfside Inn and Suites. The Dockside Inn and Suites is the newest resort that opened. It was a little bit delayed during COVID, but it's a sister property to the Surfside Inn and Suites, and I'll give you more information about that coming up. But those are the 2 newest resorts at Universal Orlando Resort. Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel is a premier hotel, and so it'll have a more luxurious feel. It definitely was created to give you that luxury experience, and as you can see from the pictures, beautiful resort. Definitely has Portofino, Italy like vibe to it. It was actually created, I believe, with Steven Spielberg. It was one of his favorite vacation spots, and so they created it to look just like Portofino, Italy. So I remember when I was in the resort, they had a picture, a mural behind the check-in desk of Portofino, Italy, and the resort looks almost identical to it. So it is a really cool place. Lots of cool features. It's going to have a very romantic charm to it, with cobblestone streets and outdoor cafes. The guest rooms here are going to be larger than some of the other resorts. The premier properties do have larger guest rooms, and we'll just have a lot more upgraded features at the resorts as well. There are 750 rooms and 45 suites. 45 of those are suites at the Portofino Bay Hotel. You do have complimentary Wi-Fi in the guest rooms. They do have a vacation planning center. So if you are a military guest that has the freedom passes that do have to be activated with your military ID. Same with DoD employees. If you do have you will have to show your CAT card to activate those tickets at the gate. You can go to the vacation planning center and activate your tickets there before you go into the park. That way you don't have to worry about waiting in line once you get to the park. You can do that right at the Universal right at the hotel. And there are multiple restaurants here, as you can see, dining. And there are three themed swimming pools here. They have a spa at this location and a fitness center. And they also have a nightly musical celebration, which captures the romance and charm of Italy. Definitely a beautiful resort that I recommend checking out. Sometimes their prices are, all three of these premier properties that I'll be talking about are very similar in pricing, and really it just depends on the occupancy, which one is the least expensive at the time. Sometimes the Portofino is least expensive. Most of the time it's Royal Pacific, but even sometimes Hard Rock can be. It just depends on what the current occupancy is for the dates of travel. The Hard Rock Hotel, is definitely one of the more upbeat properties, a lot more kind of a loud atmosphere if you go into the lobby area. Lots of music and really just a really cool place. Definitely kind of caters towards the younger crowd, but definitely they have features for families. They have one of the coolest pools, I feel like, at this property. They have water that you can listen under the water. You can listen to music at this pool. So definitely something that's kind of a cool feature. And you can see there they have beautiful rooms, beautiful pool, nice area to lay out by the pool. There's 650 rooms here, including 29 suites. Definitely a lot of the same services that Portofino offers. They do have some restaurants and bar pool, as I said, really cool. Complete with a water slide. This does have a sand beach as well. And there's a game room, fitness center. They have velvet sessions, so they do have concerts that are featured here as well. And they also have a spa. Lowe's Royal Pacific, it has definitely, as you can see, a Pacific themed. They just, in the last 5 years or so, they did refurbish a lot of the rooms, and it has a very floral Pacific themed type room. Lots of wood features, and outdoor they have a nice area here. This is a picture of the water taxi that's leaving the resort area. So just a really cool resort here as well. 1,000 guest rooms at this property, including 51 suites. Again, a lot of the same features: concierge services, vacation planning center. And this one does have a car rental available on site. There's multiple dining restaurants and bars and lounges here at this location. Despicable Me character breakfast is featured at the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. And then they also have a lagoon style pool, and they have private cabana rentals at the pool if you want, and an interactive play area for children. There's a game room at this location, a gymnasium. They have a torch lighting ceremony, and they also have a spa here as well. So one of the other features that I forgot to mention, at any of these three properties that I just mentioned, the unlimited express pass is included for all guests who are staying at this property. So if you have a stateroom of 5 people, 2 adults, 3 children, and they're all in the stateroom on the reservation in the room, they will all get the unlimited express pass included with their stay for their entire reservation. So if they're staying for 3 nights, they will have it for the first day of check-in, the 2 days in between, and as well as the day for checkout. So 4 days worth of unlimited express pass is included. So if you even stay for one night, you do get your express pass included for the first night and the second night of stay. So a family of five starting at $120, that's $600 worth of express passes that you're going to get for each day. So $1,200 worth of express passes for whatever you're going to pay for that one night at the resort. Resort nights start as low as around $249 at these properties and can go up to um, well over 700 to even 800 during peak times. But as you can see, even if you're paying $700 for your hotel stay, you're obviously getting an amazing experience at the resort, but also having those express passes included, a value of $1,200. Just to also give you an idea, during the holiday, I've seen those express passes as high as $259. You can go on right now and look over the holidays for 2022, and prices are already well over $200 for those express passes. So you could even double that price, $2,400 worth of express passes for an $800 stay at a resort is obviously an amazing deal. If you stay at any of the properties on site, you also get 1 hour early park admission to Islands of Adventure. So that is also another feature that is included, as well as transportation to the parks. So you do get the, as you can see, water taxis are included at all of the deluxe properties or premier properties. And they do have shuttle buses as well. And the shuttle, most of the other resorts, Sapphire Falls, which is featured next, does have the water taxis, but after that, none of the other resorts do have water taxis. But you can get shuttle service to and from the parks directly from your resort. All right, so Low Sapphire Falls is a preferred hotel, so it's kind of a mid-level property, definitely Caribbean inspired, and they do have an on-site like a like spear. The word just escaped me. It'll probably be featured on the next slide. So, but they have amazing pool here as well. I think it's one of the largest pools in Central Florida, and brewery. Sorry, they do have, I believe, their own on-site brewery. Yeah, so that's one of the cool features there. And there's 1,000 rooms at this site. This is also attached to the convention center, so it is a popular convention center hotel, but they do have over 1,000 rooms here with 83 suites. And many of the features of the other resorts as well. They do have multiple restaurants on site, as well as some of the best nachos in the property. So they had a really cool. I believe they also feature those nachos at some of the other resorts, but the first place that I saw them was here at Sapphire Falls, and they're a popular cuisine next to laying out by the pool. They have like a little restaurant there that you can order from. So definitely something to check out if you're at Low Sapphire Falls Resort. I've seen mid-level rooms run as low as like 180 a night with military discount. They run high 100s to the low 300s. It just depends on the time of year that you're going to be going to this resort. As I said, 16,000 square foot resort style pool here. They do have a fitness center, a game room as well. Cabana Bay Beach Resort is one of my favorite resorts on property. It is like a 50s style theme resort, and just lots of cool features here. They have upgraded this property a lot in the last few years. They've added more rooms. They've added towers with more hotel rooms. And I believe that there's over 2,200 guest rooms, and that may have been increased since this slide was put together, but definitely one of their biggest resorts. They have a lot of military discounts for this resort, and they actually give a little bit more of a discount at this resort, up to 40%, where most of the other resorts are 25%. They do have one of the main features of this property is their family suites. which do sleep up to 6 people. And that is the picture of on this slide here. They do have 2 large pools. They have a lazy river. This property does feature bowling alley. Um, and there is an on-site Starbucks here as well. Not many of the resorts have a Starbucks, but this property does. Like I said, over 2,200 guest rooms, including family suites and kitchenettes. And they do have a really cool fitness center here as well, because it's like 50s themed. Features Jack LaLanne and his famous chair exercise routines. So they have that set up with videos going in the fitness center area. So lots of cool. You could literally just go here and not even visit the parks and have an amazing experience at Cabana Bay at a very good rate. I've seen prices as low as like $100 to $120 per night for this resort. So definitely a good value, for your vacation. All right, Aventura Hotel is a newer property, definitely more modern, very techy. You'll see, as you can see in the picture on the nightstand, is like an iPad or a tablet that will give you all types of features that turns on many different things in the room. Definitely a cool property to check out. Definitely more hip and stylish and modern. They do have a rooftop bar that is really cool. That is a feature of this resort. So if you want good views of the parks and everything and just want to have a good evening of relaxing, definitely check out the lounge bar at the top of this resort. You can go from resort to resort with transportation. So if you are staying at, Cabana Bay, which happens to be across the road from Aventura, Sapphire Falls is right nearby as well. They're actually next to each other. Those 3 are easy access to each other, and you can walk to each other's hotels and use their different dining options, their bars, their pools, and all of that kind of stuff. So definitely something that's worth checking out. There's over 600 guest rooms here, multiple restaurants. They do have a Starbucks at this property. As they've added the resorts, most of them do have a Starbucks being put in them. And they have a pool, fitness center, a virtual reality game room. As you can see, technology is important here. So this one doesn't just have a game room, it has a virtual reality game room. So here's the newest 2 resorts, Universal's Endless Summer and Dockside, Surfside Inn and Suites and Dockside Inn and Suites. These are the value level hotels. They're going to be your least expensive option most times. They have amazing 2-bedroom suites that are available here, and those are becoming very popular with families. It is basically a hotel style room with a separate bedroom connected to it and a little kitchenette area. I regularly sell these properties the last year or so for as low as like I've seen it easily between $100 and $120. And it usually goes up into the high 100s during more peak times. They do have standard rooms or rooms with pool view, but they do have different options, but they just have really good rates at this property. So if you are want to be a little more budget conscious, these are definitely a good option. They are a little more they don't have all the fluff that some of the other resorts have. They don't have, I should say, they've kind of changed stuff. I don't know if they've gotten feedback, but when they put these in, they didn't originally have like coffee in the room or a lot of those little extras. I've noticed when I've searched videos recently from YouTube from customers that I have seen actually coffee in the rooms. So some of those things that you would normally get as part of your stay at most hotels, these ones are value properties and just don't have all the frills, but definitely they're still worth checking out. They do have transportation to the parks. They still give you the early park admission. So definitely these are great resort options. if you want to put together a package for Universal Orlando Resort. There's over 392 bedroom suites at the Surfside Inn and Suites and 360 standard rooms. At the Dockside Inn and Suites, they have 1,113 two-bedroom suites and 937 standard rooms. Definitely, the Dockside Inn and Suites has, I believe, 2 pools, where Surfside only has 1. So that's one of the other kind of nicer features of the Dockside Inn. And it just has a more warmer, woodsy feel, where definitely you're going to get more of a beachy feel with Surfside Inn. So just a matter of where you want to stay and what type of vibe you want to have. There is a picture there of the 2-bedroom suite, as I mentioned, in the Surfside Inn and Suites lower right-hand corner picture. As you can see, it's like a hotel room on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side is the bedroom, and then across from the bedroom is a bathroom. And to the right is where the little kitchenette area is. So definitely on some beautiful new resorts to check out. The Universal Resort has special military packages for Wizarding World of Harry Potter. They call them exclusive vacation packages that include your hotel plus ticket and exclusive entitlements. There is a 5-night minimum length of stay for these packages. You can get the 2 or 3 park 2022 Military Freedom Pass included with your stay. But you do have exclusive entitlements, which will be featured on the next page. You can book these packages now through May 5th of 2022. Give our office a call. We'll be happy to get quotes for you for these packages if you really want that full immersive Wizarding World of Harry Potter experience. Or and you can travel anytime between now and December 15th of 2022 as part of these promotions. And what's included with this, you get a special themed keepsake box, which includes a welcome letter, a travel planning guide, a set of 3 luggage tags, and a Hogwarts Railways lanyard. And you get 1 of those each per room. You also get breakfast at 3 Broomsticks and Leaky Cauldron, 1 per person for each of those. And you also get a Shutter Buttons photography studio session, which includes a commemorative DVD, a photo album, and 1 8x10 photo print. So if you're really into Harry Potter, definitely check out this package. Give us a call. We'll be happy to give you a quote on this package for you. One of the other features at Universal that I mentioned was City Walk. If you're familiar with the Downtown Disney, or Disney Springs is what it's called now, this is kind of their similar feature at this property. I do need to update this slide because Blue Man Group is no longer available at Universal, so please ignore that. But the majority of these other features are still here, and they are easily accessible. They're right outside the main parks. Literally, you can see the Universal entrance is at the one end, and Islands of Adventure is on the other. So you can go and check out these restaurants. There's miniature golf. There's movie theaters. They have karaoke. The Chocolate Emporium is a cool newer restaurant. Lots of different features here. So if you are interested in just having a night to relax, and if you're not it's free to get into this area. There are cover charges, as I mentioned, in some of like the bars and stuff in the evening for adults. But if you have a park ticket that was good for that day, you can get into those. With the cover charges will be free. So so definitely another place to check out, with a lot of different dining options and just other things to see and do while you can add it on to your vacation experience. They do have special events at Universal Orlando Resort. Right now, currently, Mardi Gras is going on at Universal. During the summer, they have Rock the Universe, which is a Christian-themed, just a Christian-themed event that goes on during the summer. Universal Orlando Halloween Horror Nights is popular in September and October timeframe. And the holidays at Universal Orlando Resort, they do have like special parades and features during the holidays at Universal Orlando Resort. really cool concert lineup that is happening during this Mardi Gras, and these are free with your ticket. So you don't have to pay extra to see these concerts if you're going down during this time frame. There is obviously capacity limits and stuff, but you do have access to these concerts for free with your ticket purchase. So Sugar Ray, especially if you have that unlimited pass, it allows you to go back multiple times. So if you want to, are there for a week or two, you can definitely check out a couple of these options. Sugar Ray, Diana Ross, Bare Naked Ladies, Styx, and let me move my stuff here. John Party is this the February dates. And in March, we have LL Cool J featuring DJ Z Trip, Marshmello, Lee Brice, and Becky G. And then more of them in March, including Khalid, Seal, Gavin DeGraw, and we have the Revivalists, Jimmy Allen, and Jason Derulo. So if you're interested in concerts that any of those artists, definitely would be a good time to check those out during this Mardi Gras themed. And they do have like Mardi Gras parades and stuff that go on during certain days. So definitely a full experience. It's not just these concerts. There's definitely other Mardi Gras themed events going on throughout the parks. So I know many of you want to know, how much does all of this cost? And so we put together a family of 4 that's going to Universal. And they include 2 adults and 2 children, ages 7 and 12. They're arriving August 22nd of 2022, and they are going to be staying for 5 nights, departing on August 27th. They want to have their transportation included from the airport. So round trip airport transfers on Universal Superstar Shuttle, unlimited express passes for those 4 days that they're going to be in the parks, including early park admission. And they are going to be purchasing the Freedom Pass, which is a 3-part. They want to do the 3-park ticket, which includes Volcano Bay. For the next slide, the non-military DoD package, the 3-part is going to be using a 3-part 4-day park-to-park ticket just for comparison. So it's not an unlimited ticket like the Freedom Pass is. So obviously there's more value there, but you'll see the prices are even more expensive than the Freedom Pass. So. All right, so here is our ticket prices for a 5-night package, depending on which category that you're in. So we have the general public price for a Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel in a deluxe 2-queen room. Again, this includes the 3-part 4-day park-to-park ticket. The price for that package would be $39.91.24. A DoD employee is going to get the deluxe 2-queen as well, but they're going to have the Freedom Pass included. As you can see, that saves them about $600. Also, by staying at this property, if you look at the red line below, they're going to be saving $2,399.80 if they were going to purchase those 5-day unlimited express passes at $119.99 per person per day. So that's included for free. It's a $2,400 value for those 5 days that they're getting for free included with their stay. You would need to add that $399.80 to all of the packages below to make it equivalent to that value that they're going to be getting with those express passes included. I have a question here. Which hotels include the express passes? The 3 premier properties, Lowe's Portofino Bay Hotel, Lowe's Royal Pacific, and the Hard Rock are the only ones that include the express passes, and it's the unlimited express pass. As I mentioned before too, those express passes go up in price depending on different times of the year. So really it could be even more than a $2,400 value that those tickets will be worth. Staff, and you'll see the military member has the same price at the Los Portofino, and that's not always the case. In this instance, it is because I happen to get the military promotion generally is up to 25%. They also have what they call a stay more, save more rate that's quite popular, and that is also part of the package price for the DoD employee. The DoD employees do not qualify for the military discount on their rooms, just for the tickets. So it just so happened that at that time that promotion is going on and they get the same rate for the DoD employee for that resort. And then Sapphire Falls is their mid-level resort. As you can see, 2,800, 2,100 for the DoD employee, and then 2,046 for the military. Here's where you can see a difference between military and DoD because that 25% discount was not available. So you're saving a whole lot more as a DoD employee. A lot of that is on the tickets. Cabana Bay Beach Resort, 2,700, 2,085 for the DoD employee, and 1,884 for the military member. And then this summer, let's see here. Dockside Inn and Suites, Surfside Inn and Suites with the standard pool view room, 2,300 for the general public, DoD employee 1,746, and a military member 1,683. So as you can see, lots of great pricing for our military members and DoD employees. And like I said, some of those general public rates may even have some type of other discount that's applied to them. It's just not as good as our pricing is. You can give us a call at any time to get a quote on these packages. And our information will be included at the end of the slides here. Just want to quickly go over some safety guidelines. These just changed this week, so it's always an ongoing changing thing. So if you have questions about what the restrictions are, rules are, just let me know, and I will try to help you through that process. Currently, they are requiring face coverings for non-vaccinated guests. So if you are not fully vaccinated, you do have to wear face coverings while indoors. It's optional for outdoors, or if you're not able to social distance, you should wear a mask. But they are not requiring face coverings for fully vaccinated guests indoors as of this week. That just changed. They're recommending you wash your hands often, avoid contact with people who are sick, and that includes before you arrive at the resort. And hand sanitizer is available throughout the resort. And if team members have certain directions or instructions, if they, or if you're in an indoor area and they ask you to, try to separate or, whatever, try to follow their direction. Please don't give them a hard time. They're just trying to go by the rules that they have set in place. So please just, follow the direction of the team members while you're in the park. They're just trying to keep everyone safe. And these are just some of the types of face coverings that are not permitted while in the park. I have a link there at the top to all of their safety frequently asked questions. We send this link out to our guests who get quotes and ticket prices. So if you need that link, just give us an email or give us a call, and we'll happily send that link over to you so you can see what the requirements are at that time. This is just a CDC guidance for who is susceptible to COVID-19 and who should avoid. If you've been exposed, please don't come to the park. And just know that these guidelines are constantly changing. So if you have questions, definitely you check out Universal's website. It's right on the top of the website. And know that there is assumption of risk by visiting the parks. And so just be aware of that. And like I said, if you have questions, let us know. We'll try to get you the information that we have. One of the cool features about having the app is that it does a lot of things that will keep you contact free. So you can order food, you can do virtual line, um, you can purchase tickets, and you can set up your Tapu Tapu um, at Volcano Bay. I do recommend downloading the official Universal Orlando Resort app. It will make your vacation a little more smooth, and it'll give you just a better experience overall. And some of the things that it does allow you to do, like I already mentioned, but it does let you place mobile food orders. It'll get you a virtual line return time. So there are certain rides that you can, tell them that you want to ride, and they'll tell you the best time to come back to do that. Make it your in-app wallet, so that way you don't have to pull out a credit card or purchase with cash. It allows you to have less contact with their team members, so you can purchase things right through the app. You can find everything that you need: ride wait times, restrooms, lots of other features right on the app. And it will allow you to tell you where your car is as well if you park in the parking lot. Just so you know, Universal Orlando does have parking fees for staying at a resort or just going to the park. So either way, there is a parking fee. The parking fee for the resorts is based on which level of resort you're at. I think they start around like $18 and they go up to like $25 depending on which resort that you're staying at. So and I think the same for the parks. It's around $15 to $20 to park at Universal for the day. You can create a favorites list of rides. So if you wanted to remember, hey, I want to go back and ride this ride again, you can create a favorites list in the app. And then you'll always be in the know with the app. It'll give you attraction schedule changes and different specials in the parks. So all kinds of information are in the Universal Orlando Resort app. If you are purchasing the Freedom Pass, once you've activated it, you can upload your ticket into the app as well. And that way you don't have to have your physical ticket. You can have it right in your app, and it's good until December 31st. So that way you don't have to worry about losing a ticket. It'll always be right there in your app if you upload that information into your app. Regular discounted tickets can also be purchased and put into the app directly as well. All right, I think we're at the end of our presentation here. So if anybody has any questions, you can feel free to comment. Are we able to unmute everyone, Kate?
Let's
and
see.
then you can see my presentation, or if you need more information, feel free to just send me an email. Angel is my assistant in the office, and she is very knowledgeable of Universal, has been there a couple times in the last couple of years. So she has a more current knowledge of actual experience of the parks and some of the resorts that I haven't had. I haven't been there since 2017. Hopefully plan to get down there here again soon. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us by phone number. If you want to give us a call, our website is there as well. And we would be happy to get you the information that you need for your Universal packages or the tickets as well. So anybody have any questions?
People are able to unmute themselves if they'd like to.
Great. I'm not seeing anything in the chat. I know we've had people ask questions throughout the presentation. All right. Well, thank everyone for participating and for joining us for this presentation, and definitely look forward to seeing you at any of our present or future presentations. I have a question here. Can you do a like presentation in the future about Disney World? Actually, Tim, we do have this. I just did a presentation last month on Disney World, and it was recorded. This session was also recorded. You can see those links right on our website if you go to our MWR website. And if you click on the quick links in the top right, the very first option on the quick link says MWR videos. And all of our Lunch and Learn presentations for all of our programs, Kate does a good job of recording them and editing them and getting them put out there for you guys to view. She's also added a link here, or someone has added a link. Yeah, she's added a link here to those videos. I have the same type of presentation for Disney, as well as some for cruising as well. So if you're interested in other MWR program videos as well, they're out there on that link. So feel free to go out there and check out those videos. There's lots of amazing information from all of our programs. All right, looks like we don't have any more questions. Again, thank you everyone for joining us, and hope that you all have a safe rest of this week with this weather hitting us, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.